Blessings, loves. I decided to come on and do a video because when you're typing things in social media, people, if it's too long, people won't read it. They'll just skip over it. And so I'm just tired of being quiet. Also, just tired of being quiet about the things that I see going on. I was in prayer yesterday, and I will say before I start that before I try to empower or encourage anybody, I go to God to see what God wants to say to me about my life and my issues. And I just share with other people what God has shared with me. And so in that, I was in prayer on yesterday, and the Lord said to me that the reason why you're not walking in the power that you should be walking in and that you could be walking in is because you're walking in the spirit of condemnation. And he let me know that he sees the passion that I have for him, and so does the enemy. But that spirit of condemnation will make you feel like you don't want to be in the presence of God. And that's what the adversary wants. You feel like, okay, God, I'm not going to play with you. I'm not going to pretend and try to walk in this power. I know that I've fallen short. But what God is saying is that omits the work of the cross. That omits what Jesus did, and that is to bring grace. God has provided grace through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And we are to embrace that grace and not omit his work. I'll share with you. I was in traffic a couple days ago going to Bible study. And so while I was in traffic, I was in a slow lane. And then I thought another lane was going faster, so I got over. Now, I don't know about you. The traffic was crazy, of course, with it being Atlanta. I don't know about you guys, but if I get in the lane and the lane that I was in that I just moved over from starts to go faster, I'll be looking at that lane like, man, I could have been way up there if I had just stayed over. And so when I was thinking that, the Lord said to me, that's the way you are in your life regarding fitness, regarding other things. And just to keep it relevant to what we're talking about right now, that's how we are as believers. If we fall off and miss the mark, we'll get in that slow lane or get in that sin or that mistake and just wallow there. And God is saying, get back up, because Jesus has already said that a righteous man will fall. A righteous man falls, but we get back up. Now, of course, that is not a license for us to sin. But what it does do is it equips us to become all things to all men that we might win them. So if it's an unbeliever that we're trying to win or to witness to, because we're cognizant, we're conscious of the sin or the way we've fallen short, we're able to relate to them. Or even if it's a new believer, we can embrace them and tell them, let me show you how to get past that. I was right there. Let me show you how to do that. And so God is saying, it's not, God revealed to me, it's not so much that people are distracted necessarily. Sometimes you see people living any kind of way and doing any kind of thing. Sometimes people have fallen off and feel like they can't get back up, or they can't embrace that grace and begin to walk again. And God is saying we have to get back up. The days are getting more and more evil, and it's not going to get better. It's just not. And so we as the church have got to rise up, walk in our purpose, take our rightful place, walk in our purpose. And if we fall short, keep getting back up, keep getting back up. One of the most paramount and important components of change is the ability to get back up again. We have got to get up and try again and try again and try again. So I hope that this message has blessed you. I hope that it has empowered you to get back up again. I hope me sharing this has let you know, or just reminded you of the grace and the work of the cross and what Jesus did when he died on the cross and rose again. So blessings to you, loves.